Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovation. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. Yes! We got a great show for you tonight. You're not going to see me yet, but I got a great show for you tonight. Oh, we got the Master of Orgasm. The Master of Orgasm coming in the building. The one, the only. Master Yao Morris will be here. Master Yao Morris will be in the building. So do me a favor, share, like, and do what you like. Make sure you like the video. You got to like it. You got to thumb up the video. Got to share the video, because if you're having problems with sex, if you're having problems with sexual power, sexual energy, you're going to love this show, because this brother is the master of it. Not only is he a master, but he has written books. So if you want any of his books, this I do recommend: Awakening of the Master Masculine and the Awakening of the Master Feminine. Oh man, those are 2 extraordinary books that you need to get right now. Also, here's another book that he has. This is called Aman-Mir, which means the natural blueprint for a sexual relationship. Aman-Mir, which means the natural blueprint for a sexual relationship. Also, he wrote this book called The Holy Grail of Orgasm. Woo! The Holy Grail of Orgasm. Oh, you want to get the books by Master Yao, and you can get them right now by going to his website at the grandtrineint.com. That's grandtrineint.com. And as a matter of fact, he got a big celebration happening from the 11th all the way until the 14th. Yeah, so if you want to contact him, you have a text message right there. You can text him at 855-683-7073. That's 855-683-7073 to keep updated of what's going on. Also, go to his IG. That's Grand Trine Tantra. And don't forget the email is grandtrine@gmail.com. He has the Power Weekend of Orgasmic Energy, baby, happening from the 11th to the 14th right in Georgia. That's right. It's going to be in Atlanta, Georgia. And Stonecrest, actually, is going to be in Stonecrest, Georgia. And here is the information. Power Weekend, Comfort Inn, that's 7900 Mall Ring Road, Stonecrest, Georgia. It's from November the 11th through Thursday evening through Sunday night. And November the 14th is going to be a meet and greet, African drumming, couples Q&A, tantra, entanglement, theme fashion show, party, projection, contest with prizes all happening. So make sure you go to that website. Of course, it's www.grandtrineint, because he'll be coming up at approximately at 8 o'clock. So look out for that. We got the man himself, Master Yao, coming in. Once again, let's give him a well-deserved round of applause. Yeah, baby. Woo! Can't wait. Also, we got coming up live and direct. Don't forget, we got coming up this weekend. Boom. Look at this. This weekend, we got my 26th anniversary in promotion and production. And the Ministry of Numerovation on YouTube presents a private online class and celebration, the telemetry of metaphysics. That's right. So it's special invited guests, Dr. Phil Valentine, Lloyd Strayhorn, Blue Pill, and Mama Ella. Remember, It is $30 before tomorrow, $30 before November 10th, $40 from November 10th until November 14th, and $50 day of. It's a private online. Tickets are selling. So make sure you text me if you want to get that information, or email me at 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022, or email me at IamKingSimon@gmail for the PayPal and Cash App only link if you want to be a part of that. Don't forget, on November the 17th, that's right, live and direct, November 17th, me and my partners in Vibes are going to be talking about why positive energy is so important. It's important in any relationship. Why positive energy is important in any relationship, featuring the one, the only Sister Nujurney and Sensei Sherly. Let's give them a well-deserved round of applause. Woo, they gonna be here. They gonna be here tonight. All right. And of course, coming up on November the 21st, woo, we got the ancestral beauty in photography, master photographer, educator, activist, and CEO of Dara. Brother Suzie will be in the buildings. Brother Suzie will be in the building on Sunday, November the 21st at 8 p.m. right here on King Simon Presents. Man, he's an extraordinary brother, and I can't wait to have him on. Also, make sure you support some of our sponsors. If you want to get a book edited, if you want to get your blogs edited correctly, you want proper spelling and all that good stuff, you want that service, contact Suzie at Suzie Script. That's Suzies.script11@gmail.com. Or you can actually give her a call or text her at 914-361-9467. That's 914-361-9467. And don't forget, Pedalwise. If you want to help your sisters going through feminine problems, they're going through fibroid issues, menopause problems, headache, migraines, and all that, and how to get a healthy counsel, this beautiful sister, Dr. MJ from Pedalwise, can help you. And if you want to buy their products, make sure you use the coupon code, 10% off with the coupon code. That's King 2021. That's King 2021. And tell them King Simon sent you. Believe me, you will not be disappointed if you go to them. She got great testimonials on her website and all of that. So support pedalwise.com. Also, one of my teachers in the vibes of numerology, the one, the only Lloyd Strayhorn. If you want to take his classes, you want to get his books, please enroll through Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. That's Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Show him some love. Take his classes. Take his intermediate class. Take his beginner's class so you can learn it. And then before you come to my class, in my course, make sure you take his class. My holistic numerovation, the course, is online right now. 8 hours, 2 links, 9 phases. And believe me, you're going to learn the basics of holistic numerovation. I'm telling you. And if you want my books, please go to Linktree. That's Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. That's Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator if you want to purchase my books. And if you want to do a numerology session, if you want to do a numerovation session, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And remember, I do have a waiting list. So if you're patient, you will definitely be a part of the legacy of building and maximizing and activating your own personal numbers, as I love to do it. Let's get ready to bring on one of my partners in Vibes, of course. And before we do that, one more thing I want to do. Boom. Remember, this is content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views, opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised, family. Yes, especially for tonight, because let's talk about sex, baby. We talking about sex. We're talking about sex and relationship tonight. So you know I'm hyped, right? You know I am hyped because we're talking about sex. Let's bring on, without further ado, one of my partners in Vibes, the one, the only, Sensei Sherly. What's up, Sensei
Thank you. How are you?
What's up, us, my beautiful sisters? That's love to you. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling well. Thank you. How are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm wonderful. You see how I'm vibed up? We talking about sex tonight.
I know.
Lord,
I know you're ready.
My chest is pumped up. I'm pumped up, ready. Y'all playing games. I'm telling y'all, family,
That's hilarious.
I've had this brother on before, so I know he about to turn it up, but he got some very important information because he got a power weekend coming up where it's called the Power Weekend of Orgasmic Energy.
Oh, my.
Lord, y'all gonna come all weekend. You're coming all weekend. Coming all weekend with a U.
That's exciting.
Yes. So let me remind the people that, of course, the Power Weekend is from the 11th to the 14th, and of course, it's going to be at Comfort Suites at Stonecrest, Georgia. Don't just walk up there. Please go to the website right there on the top, grandtrineint.com, and sign up if you want to be a part of that weekend. You can't just walk in. They got armbands and all that kind of stuff. And it's going to be a meet and greet, of course, on the first day. African drumming and libation is going to be happening. Couples Q&A about Tantra, entanglements, and of course, the theme fashion show and party. And they're going to do projection contest with prizes. So, woo, this is going to be projection contest. I want to ask them what the heck projection is all about, because it ain't nothing regular.
It doesn't sound regular.
It's not regular. Like in Jamaica, we say it's not regular. Not regular time.
Oh,
how you doing, darling? How's your weekend? How's your weekday so far? How's your weekend?
Going well. I'm here. I'm striving. I'm living.
I'll drink to that, beautiful. I gotta drink to that.
Cheers.
And tonight we're gonna do something different, family. Sister Nujurney, I keep on getting Nujurney might not be coming on. She's a little under the weather right now. So let's all send some healing energy to her, some healing applause, because that's also energy too. That's some energy. Give us some energy. Give us some energy. That's right. Our other partner, of course, you'll see her right there in the picture right there. That, of course, yes, her name is Sister Nujurney. Sister Nujurney. She's a little under the weather, so she can't make it. I understand she's in a 4-year cycle, so sometimes it's a health cycle. So I understand what's going on. So what it is. I
just spoke to her. She's She's watching.
Oh, she's watching. All right. Shout her out. Let's see who's in the chat. All right. I see a lot of people in the chat. I see people in the chat. All right. What's up, Brandy? What's up, Commander? What's up? Solama? KT, what's up? What's up, Bonita? And what's up, Mug? Big up to the whole crew.
Hello, everybody.
Well, in the next minute, we're going to have one of the greatest tantric healers of all times come up. And girl, let me tell you, I know I have the touch. I've not studied it formally, and I know I have the touch, but I know, and I've ran my hands over a woman's body before, and they shivered at the certain movements that I said, and I was like, wow, I do have this touch. But you know what's so funny? My grandmother always said I had the touch because I used to massage her feet and we used to massage her hands when she was going through her arthritis. And she, as a nurse and a midwife, said I had the touch. So I did go to school for massage therapy. I did do that. So I do have my certification. I never went and got my license, but I have my certification since 2000 or 2001. I think that's the certification. I'm waiting for it. Touch is beautiful. If you're touching someone properly, it's a beautiful thing.
I agree.
With love.
I agree 100%. Because
in the martial arts, touch and go is over. It's touch and throw your ass. Touch and go.
Touch you don't want to be touched by a martial artist. That's for sure.
So you understand, Sensei. So how you feel? I mean, from your perspective, I know you do martial arts, but I know it's also healing energy that you offer in the martial arts. How is touch relative in the martial arts? How is it touch? Because I know you practice and you work with bigger men and bigger people. So talk about touch and how that works also in the martial arts before our guests come on.
It's all energy.
Yes.
It's all energy. I work with men, like he said, that are bigger and that are stronger than I am.
Yes.
So I have to reverse their energy back to them, which is something that is very unexpected for many of the men, especially those who are new into the martial arts,
right.
and those who feels like, oh, she's little, she doesn't know what she's doing.
Right.
Or she's little, she's gonna try to kick me in the groin or
right.
try to, but no. Many times there are women who are being choked. And again, I speak about this because I'm very passionate about women's safety.
Right.
So there are many times women will be getting choked.
Right.
My professor, what he taught me was one of the quickest way to remove another person from that position, to reverse that energy towards them.
Right.
And it's it's very simple. It's very easy. But again, if you don't know what you're doing, then it can go the wrong way. However, it can always go right. Now,
yes. well, we're going to talk about that.
Emotions with those type of touches.
Yes. You're right. I know.
In the martial arts world, because then it becomes confusion. It becomes confusing for people, and then they take it to the next level.
Well, let's give all the professors out there that shows us how to touch.
Yes.
Give them a round of applause. They show us how to do another form of touch, which is throw you right off of us when it's time.
That's right. Don't touch me.
Break the arm, break the leg, and you've been a sensei for many years right now, so I totally get it. And I've been training for many years, and I totally get it. It has saved my life of being able to manipulate people's joints and all that kind of stuff. The locks and all that stuff. So, without any further ado, I see our guest in the background. Oh, silky now, y'all family. I don't know what's about to take a place here. But before we do a that, my friends, we got this man about to step in the door. He's about to bring it hot and silky, but healing. He is Master Yao Morris. He's not only a master in tantric healing, but he's a master of sexual healing for many years. He teaches courses. This is his book called Awakening the Master Masculine and Awakening the Master Feminine. These two books are so important to get into your arsenal if you want to learn about sex and how to develop your energy and power and not ejaculate, but ejaculate. I'm telling you, family. This book is a book that talks about the natural blueprint for sexual relationships by Master Yao himself. And then this is the closer book, the fourth and last one thus far. This one is called The Holy Grail of Orgasm. Let's welcome on the virtual stage, the one, the only, Master Yao in the building! Master Yao!
Yes, sir. How you doing tonight, both of you?
Good evening, sir. Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. It is such a pleasure for us to have you on. It is a pleasure for me to meet you. Thank you so much for taking the time out and to be here and gracing us with your presence and educating us of this very, very important topic.
What's going on, Master Yao? How's the family? How's everybody treating you, brother?
The Grand Trine family is doing great, and I welcome you to Atlanta, sir.
Thank you, brother. Let me give myself a round of applause for making it here. I'm in Crystal City. I'm on the Mountain of Stone right now. I'm on the Mountain of Stone. So I'm liking it. I'm loving it. I'm feeling the energy, and the ancestors are talking to me in my sleep. It's crazy. I'm loving it. And then I've been studying, Master Yao, that there's a lot of indigenous tribes that was from here that they removed but they're talking through the trees. I'm climbing trees and hugging trees and feeding trees, and they're talking to me. So I know I got to do some events, and I got some venues that I'm locking down right here in Stone Mountain Village. And I'm definitely going to invite you to come and speak, and let's do some work together, because me and you got to work, brother. We got some work to go. And plus, let's give him a round of applause. His birthday is coming up. His birthday. Yeah.
Don't remind me.
Say it again.
Nothing.
You got your power weekend coming up, my brother. Let's touch on that real quick, because the power weekend with this master, it's going to be at the Comfort Suites 79. I'm surprised it ain't 69, but 7900 Mall Ring Road at Stonecrest, Georgia, which I'm not too far from, which is interesting, but I'm not, I'm waiting for stuff to come down. But November 11th, Thursday evening through Sunday night, November 14th, they're going to have a meet and greet. They're going to have a drumming ceremony. They're going to have a couples Q&A. They're going to have a tantra entanglement. They got a theme fashion show and party and projection contest with prizes. Woo! Now, you got to tell us a little something about that weekend that's coming up, which is falling right around your birthday, your Earth Strong. Tell us something about that so people can actually enjoy. And let me put your website up here so people can join and sign up if they want to get last minute right now, and sign up if they're in Georgia or if you're in connecting states around Georgia. Go ahead, brother. Talk about it.
The projection contest is my favorite. So we're going to have men doing the table work. Yes. On a series of women, and the one who gets the highest score wins a prize. Of course, the women in the audience are going to be making it hard for the brothers, so they're going to be distracting them, trying to get them to mess up. So it's going to be a comedic kind of an event, but at the same time, the brothers have to stay focused on what they're doing and try to win. And the old heads, we're not allowed to participate, so it's the younger brothers doing it. Right. And it's going to be, it's fun, man. Trying to show your skills, but at the same time, it's going to be fun. It's going to be like a little gauntlet. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm one of the judges. Oh, that's going to be fun. Man, I wish I was one of the MCs, because I'm known for MCing big shows in New York, but I wish I was one of the MCs for that, because I know I would have people having laughing. I'll definitely distract their ass with my antics. But next time, I'll probably come and join you next time. I'm just trying to reestablish myself, get myself established here. But I'm really happy that we're here, and you're in Georgia also, my brother. But I am honored to let me let people know that people got to go to the website to sign up for such a great event. It's a power weekend, the Grand Trine, INT.com. Go to that website. If you want to connect with him, you can go to the email grandtrine@gmail.com. Also, they got a group text message thing that updates you with what's going on with the Grand Trine at 1-855-683-7073. That's 1-855-683-7033 for updates only. Remember that. And also, they have an IG page at Grand Trine Tantra. Grand Trine Tantra. So, Baba, it's I think a lot of people don't understand how important sexual energy is. And you've been doing it. How long you've been doing this for? So the audience, the new audience that's listening, how long have you been doing this for at this time, brother? About 25 years, 26 years. Wow. And what made you get into it? I was asked to go into it. At the time that I started the project, the Amamara project, I thought that Tantra was a philosophy that you couldn't do it actively. And I was shown over the years the different pieces. I put them together into a system. Right. And basically my mission was to restore Tantra, to find the science of it. And it's been a fun journey. Wow. What I mean, a journey indeed. I'm sure it was a journey because a lot of people don't understand, where does it come from? Does it stem from out of only India, or does it come from out of Africa? Where does the Tantra come from? That Tantra system come from? I was surprised to discover that Russia, Native Americans, Europeans,
Mm-hmm.
Africans,
Mm-hmm.
Asians, everybody has had an evolved Tantra system. Probably the most evolved was the Khmer civilization in what is now Cambodia about 600 years ago.
Mm.
But just about everyone has had Tantra. It's always been like on the down low kind of,
Right.
because religions, it kind of rubs religion the wrong way. So there's always been this conflict between Tantra and religion, because Tantra advocates you find God on your own.
Mm.
And in almost all the Tantric systems, the woman is more or less equal to the man, gender-wise, and in some cases superior, so that in many of the old societies, this kind of went counter to the existing culture, and they didn't like Tantra. So it's been an underground thing until probably around 1910.
Mm. Wow. And of course, religious control, they always try to do it. And I totally get it. Finding yourself and recognize who you are through something like this would try to, would stimulate the religious organizations or religious dogmatic organizations to stop it, and to the point that it had to go underground to a certain degree. So I totally get it, But yeah. Sensei, you want anything else? You want to say anything else?
Absolutely. Thank you again. Thank you. Thank you again for honoring us, for your presence on the show. One of the questions that I wanted to ask was, this is my first question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You have to study the woman's anatomy as well as the male's anatomy to collectively compare and contrast the two before they can connect?
Excellent question.
That's going to play, yes.
But we have to start a little deeper than that.
Okay.
One of the first things, I already knew this, but I was given more detail about it. Humans do not have one body. You have four. You have a quantum field body, a light body, an energy body, and a physical cell body. That's one of the first things that we teach. And so it's not so much the difference between the male and the female cell bodies. More important than this is the relationship between the energy body and the cell body. It's very different from men and women. Even though men and women have different bodies at the cellular level, it's even more different at the energy level. And so that's where you would start answering your question, how the female energy causes the female body to do certain things, and how the male energy body causes the male to do certain things. For instance, the female has an energy womb in addition to the uterus. And this relationship is very special. There's no equal in the male animal or human kingdom. And the male has an auric penis. And the relationship of the auric penis to the regular penis is something that is beyond your imagination for most people.
Right.
So your question is getting to it, but in order to really answer that question, you first have to understand that the energy body and the hormones, the endocrine glands, are really what's causing the male to do and be what he tantric. And the energy body and the woman's energy counterparts are what's causing her to do it differently. And that's what you have to study first.
Okay. So basically, it takes my energy and my partner's energy to come together in order for us to actually feel one another without actually even being physical. Would you say?
Exactly. In other words, when you get to the second stage of the tantric courses, one of your assignments is to have a sexual interaction that's not sexual, that's not physical, so that you're learning how to work your energy body And then after you learn how to work your energy body, if the male and the female, then there's a natural transaction that takes place. So the two energy bodies begin to act separate. In other words, you almost don't have to do it. They automatically do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that what you get is that a relationship begins to develop between the male's energy and the female's energy. The only thing that the male has to do is be purely masculine, not diluted. The only thing that the female has to do is be purely feminine, not diluted. And their two energy bodies will do the work on naturally. It's magnetic.
I mean, on that, hold on. Before people, y'all gotta share this. Believe me, family, you got one of the masters with us right now. He just broke down some stuff that's like this. Wait a minute. Because, please, family, thumb up the video, like the video, share the video, because this is about building the algorithm so people could understand that sexual energy is is the most powerful energy in the universe. And you know, Baba, on that point, what you just said, now let's go down some of the issues that you found and discovered, because like I said to you offline, I said, you know, Ian Levanzant once says, where there's a problem, the solution is in the same room with the problem. What is some of the situations that you see now after all these years of studying in relationship between the coming together of man and woman and working it out like that? Please.
Are you sure you want me to go there?
Come on, brother. You know, I ain't afraid. I ain't scared of none of these people. I ain't scared of these. Yo, the truth must be told. That's all I know. That's all I know, brother. I ain't afraid.
Today, it's not a pretty truth.
Good.
Here is the status of men today, and it's changed just in the last 5 years.
Go ahead.
Men in general, Black men in particular, are exhibiting what we would technically call a refugee status. They don't feel like they're a part of culture, because our culture is no longer patriarchal or matriarchal. It's something in between. And so you have two dominant conversations today just to show you how far men are away from being masculine. The main conversation, or the dominant conversation in men under 40 today, basically is how to increase access to sex. It's not about understanding the energy dynamic between man and woman. It's not about marriage. It's not about relationships. Relationships pretty much are dead. It's not about all the things that it was about just 20 years ago. It's about the conversations that they're having is how to get access to sex more. The second conversation, almost as dominant for Black men, is how to replace Black women, who to replace them with, and how.
What?
Yeah.
That's the dominant conversations today, those two conversations. So basically, we've moved away from how to relate better. 5 years ago, I was getting requests every month from people who want relationship coaching. Now that's down to a trickle with men. With women, it stopped altogether. So that now what men are saying is, how do I get out of my current dilemma, my current conflict? And basically, how can I get my sex game up so high that I have greater access to sex? Now, when we look at females, it's even worse. The whole feminist, LGBT, whatever.
The whole alphabet,
that is more or less dominating the female conversation and agenda today. Basically, what women are talking about, their dominant conversation today, is how to monetize men. It's not about relationships anymore. It's not about relationship coaching. It's not about how to get along with men. It's basically how to get as much money out of them as possible and giving them as little as possible in return. The LGBT thing, a lot of women champion that, but But feminists don't really kind of understand that the feminist movement has been hijacked. It's now almost exclusively used as population control. That's the agenda. That's why they're pushing this LBGT, whatever thing. It's about population control. It's not about female rights at all. So you have a situation where, you have a broad-based social media programming for women rooted in this. And from women, there's no longer any desire at all for relationship coaching from me.
Wow.
It's finished in the last 5 years. It's just trickled down until now it doesn't exist anymore. So you find that women over 40, to some extent, are still seeking to relate to men.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Women under 40, no, it does not. It no longer exists, which is a startling development, and it does not bode well at all.
Wow.
So when you see this situation where basically men are trying to, their dominant driving force is gaining greater and greater access to sex with more and more attractive women. And if Black women don't do that, which they don't, they're basically seeking how to replace them and who to replace them with. And when you see basically the main conversation for women under 40 is how to monetize their situation, then that gives you an extent of how far away from Tantra everyone is. We did the like a situation where we were talking about high-level orgasm and how you can use it to heal. A lot of people today are using drugs.
Yeah.
To secrete DMT.
DMT, yeah.
But of course, in ancient times, we used high-level orgasm to generate DMT naturally to get high and to see in other realms and to become shamanistic. I found about half of the people in the workshop were more interested in the advantages high-level orgasm gave them in the dating game than the actual experience itself.
Wow.
Stop and contemplate what that means.
Yeah. Wow. That's deep. I mean, because it's to me, from that, what you're saying, brother, is that this next generation might be doomed in the sense that because they're not willing to do the work like you're talking about. There's a work that has to be done.
I don't even think they have a concept of it.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
I agree because I hear more and more that we are becoming more obsessed with our independence. Because as a Black woman, I can say we don't feel much protected. We are the bottom of the barrel, in society, where we do not receive the respect that we think we deserve or that we do deserve. So it brings in this barrier of actually wanting to have another person in your life just so that we can go through a heartache, or just so that we can rely on you for your finances, because this is what it's becoming. It's becoming more about, okay, where the male says, I'll give you this, that's my love to you. If I'm the provider, then I'm loving you, I'm showing you love. And we as women, we're seeing it as, oh, okay, you may go to work, you may provide, I can go to work and provide as well. What does that say about me? Plus, I'm able to carry a child and clean the home and cook a meal. Where does it balance out? So
it does not.
It doesn't. No. And so it brings in that fear. of us saying, well, if I can do the same things that you do, what do I need you for? Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. And this is just from our perspective, from how we've taken it. And plus, we don't really usually see, in the Black community, of course, there are many multiple families, many moms and dads, and there's a unit. But a lot of the young people nowadays, they don't see that unit. So they don't know what to base their lives off.
It's worse than that. So one of the things that, that I observed as a child was my grandfather's generation. And I think that was the last semi-normal family generation. With my parents, the family began to separate. My generation was completely lost. And we have entered a dark age now where the current generations, they have no concept of what any of that is about. They've never seen it. They've never seen it modeled. Men today, I mean, my brother called me one day and said, when I lived near him, and asked me, could I drive about 20 minutes and meet my niece, his daughter, because she had a flat tire. And he said she could not find the spare tire and she didn't know how to change the tire.
Wow.
So her boyfriend was following her and he stopped, but he was just as lost as she was. He'd never changed a tire before. He didn't even have the first clue of how to find the tire or how to change it.
Wow.
When I got there, they had the trunk open and they both were looking at me like, did you bring a spare tire? And I was usually the cars usually have one, So I said, you probably have a spare tire. So immediately I took the little cover in the back and put it up. And that was the tire and the tools. And they both was like, wow, that's amazing. And then I jacked the car up.
Exactly.
The young man said, that's how you get it off.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I was wondering even if you could loosen the bolts up, we were hoping to find a wrench in the glove compartment and try to loosen up the things, but I couldn't see how you would get the tire off and you couldn't get the new tire on. So 5 minutes, I changed the tire.
Gosh.
And the young man called me that night and said, I really felt so inadequate.
Of course.
But he didn't grow up with any men. He grew up with women.
Right.
And I don't think, people understand what they don't know. You don't know what you don't know.
Right.
And today, men are not having a masculine experience. Women are not having a feminine experience. So their energy bodies are dysfunctional.
Right.
And then when they're trying to send the signals to their cell bodies regarding sex, you get all kinds of ED, all kinds of feminine issues. I told one woman, I said, you're not supposed to have PMS. She was like, what?
That's true.
I've had PMS all my life, ever since I was a teen.
Wow.
And I was like, no, that's abnormal.
Yeah.
And in 3 months, she followed the regimen. She stopped having PMS.
Wow.
And she was like, what the hell? All of these people, all of these magazines, all of these podcasts, all of these Oprahs and Iyanas and all this stuff, and nobody ever told me this.
Yeah.
And so it's, the thing is they have never seen normal people having a normal community life where all the women come together and make quilts, or all the women come together and cook for the Sunday school picnic.
Yes.
All the women come together and figure out what Susie's issue is with her husband, why she's having it, and how to fix it. They're used to researching it on Google.
Mm-hmm.
When, in my grandfather's generation, the women came together and said, well, okay, the older women would be like, well, I had the same problem 20 years ago with my husband. Here's what we did.
Mm-hmm.
That does not happen today. Well, probably in a few situations, but for the most part, we're in the dark ages and don't know it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Yeah, but family that are just tuning in, please like, thumb up, and share the video. We got Master Yao in the building. We ain't gonna have him for that long. We just want to make sure y'all understand. But he got something big coming up. He got something big coming up this weekend from the 11th until the 14th. It's called the Power Weekend, family. I mean, orgasmic power. Orgasmic Power Weekend. And let me tell you what's going to happen as he has shared this with us. This is what's going to happen on that weekend. Let me show y'all what's happening so y'all have a clear understanding of what's going to go on the Power Weekend and why you need to buy your tickets. Power Weekend, Comfort Inn over there, 7900 Mall Ring Road. Now, don't just try to show up and show out without your tickets already being purchased on the website, family. You got to go to the website and get your tickets. And this is the website that you can go to right now. Make it happen. GrandTrineInt.com. Let me say it again. GrandTrineInt.com. And November the 11th through the 14th, this is what you're going to experience. The meet and greet. Of course, you got to meet and greet one another so you'll get to know who you're dealing with and who you're working with and who you're talking and dealing with in this event. Also, they got the African drum, more like a libation and celebration to bring out some of that African energy out of you. Also, the couples Q&A. All that means you can ask any damn question you want. All right. And don't forget the Tantra entanglement. Now, you heard of Jada Pinkett Smith going through an entanglement. Imagine going through a tantric entanglement. Oh, this is going to be trouble. Big fashion show and party. Woo, they got a fashion show and party. Till it's harder. That means they dropping from old school to new school to true school music. And don't forget the projection contest with prizes. Woo, it's gonna be big, family. So I'm telling you, make sure you go to this website. Let me show y'all the website again. Stop playing and sign up, sign up, sign up. If you don't know, now you know, Negroes. You got to tighten it up, family. Y'all got to get this. This information is so powerful. And don't forget, he has books too. Go to his website and you can see the books. These two books I got firsthand. I gave my son one time, and then I had to order some more. Awakening of the Master Masculine, and the other book is Awakening of the Master Feminine. My son said that was one of the best books he's read. Also, this one here, this particular book, I ordered this book. I haven't read it yet, but I ordered this book, and it's called, how you pronounce that name, sir? How you pronounce that? Amanara. All right. So, family, it means the natural blueprint for sexual relationships. Y'all need a blueprint. Y'all need a plan. That's what he's trying to tell you. You need a goddamn plan. What's wrong with you? All right, good. And there goes the Holy Grail of orgasm. Woo! The Holy Grail. You know what that is?
That's a great cover.
That's a great cover. Look at that. The obelisk is right there. That's the obelisk we see over there in Prospect Park. That joint there is the ring. Well, I ain't telling nobody call in. Don't call in yet. We're gonna have nice questions. I didn't mean to put that one up there, but the Holy Grail of orgasm. Look here, man. Now, Baba, how can we heal from what's going on? How can the young people, especially under 40, start healing from what's going on in the society before they get at a certain age? Because what you just described with that young man, which I learned how to change tires and do all that kind of stuff from when I learned how to do plumbing and contracting work. And I just didn't like getting my hands messed up. That's why I became a massage therapist and became a radio personality, because I'm going to do what I like to do, run my mouth. So it is what it is. So how can we heal, Baba, from an elder's perspective who's been doing this for many years? How can we heal, and how does your courses and your classes help to heal this generation from what they're going through and what they're losing, the old school way of healing and building their energy? Go ahead, please.
So people come in and take the courses.
Yes.
And they get skills. They get the magic pussy, the magic dick. And they believe that, you know, that's okay, my troubles are over. But we have this panel discussion coming up where couples are going to discuss the issues, because just learning Tantra is just the beginning. So couples, once they start mastering this science, they have much better sex. And it brings up different problems. So it kind of eliminates the old problems, but it creates new problems. So the first thing that happens is the women partners typically become very jealous of men who are very, I don't know how to say it on the phone, but you know, when men get the skills, women become very jealous. Typically, men learn quicker than women, but women reach a point that it's just very powerful. If they stay at it long enough, they become very powerful in their projection ability. So what you have here is that your personal issues don't go away when you learn Tantra. They become heightened. Because now you become even more strongly attached to your mate, because there's an energetic bond. And the panel discussion is about these couples discussing the issues that came up when they started having superior sexual experiences, when they started having DMT experiences, where they start experiencing other realms, they started talking to their ancestors. So, you know, you start communicating with your ancestors, a whole nother set of issues come up, because oftentimes the ancestors of the woman and the ancestors of the man have complaints and issues with the other side of the family. So it's a whole nother set of it's a whole nother dynamic in conflict, in that you start wanting a more natural expression from your partner. So a lot of men, the woman wants them to have a more masculine expression in the rest of his life, not just in the bedroom. And then the men have got to like, okay, well, how do I do this? And they don't always do it well. The men are saying, I want something different from you now, from the woman. I want something different. I want something more. And then the woman's oftentimes, they learn this in 6 months. And so now 6 months later, they're like, okay, he wants all of this new stuff from me. How do I do that? How do we do that? So an entirely new set of issues come up that are basically the issues that should come up. But the realization hits the two people that nobody prepared them for a real relationship. They never saw it modeled, and they don't know what to do. So this panel discussion that's talking about that it dives into these issues that come up naturally, organically, in terms of, you know, okay, now I can see that you're satisfied, woman. Now I realize you were faking it before. Right? The woman starts to change. She starts to, you know, be like, after I get to a certain place where I feel like I'm more connected to the spiritual world, I don't want to drive in traffic. I don't want to go to the workplace. I don't want to be around men who are who have a bad vibration. Oftentimes the two partners don't learn equally. So now you have a situation where the woman is saying, you need to really step up your game even faster because I'm progressing fast. I need you to stay with me.
Mm-hmm.
So all of these things come up and they have to like struggle to solve it. They have to work hard and stay in the game to really enjoy the gains that they've made. It sheds light not only on what happens after you become tantrically empowered, because you're going to see most people don't realize how much healing they need. Most men, they hide it. And it's, as long as you're, operating in a juvenile capacity, you can hide it. When the woman starts to get in touch with her spiritual powers, you can't hide it anymore.
Right.
And so she's calling you out on stuff, saying, okay, I know you can do this, that, and the other. Why don't you step up your game? Or vice versa. Mm-hmm. The man is like really moving ahead fast. She's moving ahead slower. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I'm ready to experience high-level orgasm. I need you to do that for me. I'm doing it for you. Why won't you do it for me? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it's a whole nother set of things that come up. That panel discussion is going to be priceless. It's like when you start to learn what's available, what's out there, mm-hmm. you discover that most women are clinging to the past. Whatever negativity they can come up with, mm-hmm. they're constantly hammering this.
Right.
Well, I had this bad experience when I was 16. Mm-hmm. And that's got nothing to do with the man that she's with, but most women are able to cling to that. Well, I had a terrible experience when I was 21, and this gives me license to be dysfunctional. Well, the man is going to say, well, no, it doesn't, because the means exist now for us to heal each other. Mm. Same thing with the woman. They become intolerant of a lot of the juvenile behavior that men have, because the woman is saying, look, I don't know why you're clinging to that, why you still feel like you need to do X, Y, and Z, when we both know the power exists to heal this. Mm-hmm. When couples are in open relationships, now it brings up an entirely new set of issues. Mm. So you get some men, they're in a primary relationship with a tantric woman, but they still want a second woman because she looks good or whatever, or she's wild or she's whatever she is. They're in an open relationship and the woman says, well, you have these archetypes online, but you don't have your hunter online, you're not making enough money, and you don't have your warrior online. I want to have a second relationship with a man who has these archetypes online. What do you do? So it's the Power Weekend is about letting people get a glimpse into the Grand Trine life. They can meet and greet people. They can watch people doing table work. It's very inexpensive. It's like $150 for the whole weekend. Or you can just do Saturday and Sunday for $75. So for a very small amount of money, you can get a glimpse into what the Tantra community looks like. What, the whole purpose of the fashion show is to talk about the different archetypes of the male and the female, what they look like. So each woman her fashion is going to be tailored to one female archetype. And so you get to see what that's like. It's all about being able to see into the Grand Trine world without actually getting into it.
What a power! Well, I mean, this weekend is going to be powerful, family. Y'all got to show some love. on this weekend. If you're in the Georgia area, or you're not doing any live stream, are you doing any live stream? Yes or no? Oh, they got to be there, huh?
It's going to be X-rated or R-rated, so we can't do a lot of live streaming. Some of the things that come up when we do the table work,
right?
Most of the times it's okay, but sometimes some very adult situations come up, and some people just if we stream it, it might offend some of the audience.
Right. Now, family, I want to let people know you can call in right now. We got like the next 15 minutes left with our brother. If you want to call in, we do have a new call-in line that you can join us live. If you call in respectfully. We don't want no trolls calling in. We don't want nobody disrespecting our elders. I will hang up on you and delete whatever you're on and keep it moving. But you can call in right now. And the number is 1-347-745-6828. That's 347-745-6828. If you want to talk to the master himself and ask him a question, you're more than welcome about anything about tantric healing, whatever, what the weekend is going to be like. And again, if you want to find out more about that weekend, here it goes. That's right. Go to grandtrineint.com. That's grandtrineint.com and go on and register. And if you can't do that, make sure you get a book. The book is there for your family. If you want to do it, make sure you get a book, and support and make sure you support. And let me put the number back on the screen. Let me scroll it across. If you want to call in right now, the call-in number, this is the first time I'm doing call-in in a long time. So if you want to call in, family, please just call on in and you could ask our guests a question right now so you can at least find out what's going on as far as in your own sexual life, because some of us are going through problems, ups and downs. And, you don't have to tell us your real name. You could get an imitation name. You could call yourself Daddy Warbucks or, Flippin' Jenny, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call yourself. Any questions, Sensei? Go ahead, sister.
I actually do have a couple of questions from Sister Nujurney.
Oh, please.
Earlier. So one of the questions she asked was, is it possible to have beta and alpha males in one person?
No.
Okay.
Well, explain that, Baba. Explain that.
Please.
Hey, give us some explanation.
Most of the men today are definitely beta.
Wow.
The most important aspect of a male is not the warrior, not the hunter, the money, not the healer, the lover. It's the eagle, the guy who can figure stuff out. And most of the ego that we have online today is technical. It's not organic. It's not natural. The failing of men today is not being able to see the natural environment underneath the artificial environment that we see. So the alpha male is the male who really is able to give the men who follow him and the women who are come under that the best life possible, to allow them to become their highest and best self. So the alpha male is going to know the best way to protect the tribe, the best direction that the tribe needs to go in. That's not necessarily the warrior or the hunter that most women believe it is, because the alpha male is not about how he comes off to women. It's about how he comes off to other men. The alpha male is the male other men follow. And because he's leading other men in the right direction, women benefit. Most men today are very beta. They're into social media. They're programmed They're self-sabotaging. They don't know the first thing about making love, and they are just beta. They are still in their juvenile state.
Right. Coach Michael just asks, how do we stop premature ejaculation?
There are two causes for it.
Mm-hmm.
One cause has to do with the male's connection to his energy body. That's the main cause. The secondary cause is masculine women. Mm-hmm. When men are around masculine women, they naturally develop premature ejaculation or failure to get an erection because the penis is smart. Yes. It doesn't want to be inside that woman.
Let me give that a round of applause. That
is the truth. I mean, I can tell you from personal experience, when I was younger, I saw some very attractive women that when you get ready to start making love to them, right, the penis is just like in a rejection mode. It's like, okay, I'll get a little bit hard, but I'm not going to carry this thing all the way through for you.
Right.
And it just doesn't function because it's like it wants to be with the opposite polarity. It doesn't want to be with a masculine woman. The other thing that's happening and more predominant than that has to do with the man and doesn't have anything to do with the woman. It's just the man is just not connected to his aura, to his auric field, to his energy body. It's not sending the signals to his endocrine system, and he doesn't have the right hormones. His prostate is not getting the right signals.
Right.
So the prostate should be able to get two types of signals. It gets a signal for the cell body that says get aroused, have sex. Also, the prostate gets another signal that's coming from the energy body that basically says get aroused, have sex energetically, don't ejaculate. We're not about pregnancy. This is not about reproduction. Most men are blocked from that signal coming from the energy body because they're penis centered. They're not, they have a singular pole. In other words, everything is about the penis, and the penis is disconnected from the heart. I'm not talking about, I'm talking about energetically.
Right.
And so therefore, the penis is not, it's not operating organically. It's operating based on this idea of I want to F somebody, which is not an organic thing. It does not occur naturally.
Right.
Naturally, there are two poles. There's the penis pole, which is more, I see it and I want to do it. And it's the prostate pole, which is saying, I see it, I want to incorporate it into the community, into my spiritual realm. The prostate pole is much more inclusive, much more emotional. It's in the center of the body versus the periphery. And so when men are not connected to that, they're not connected to that side of their being, the signals sent from the energy body to the brain are incomplete. And after a while, he develops a pattern of premature ejaculation because he's not confident, because he doesn't have true masculine energy. I mean, the majority of men today don't have masculine energy. The masculine side is very, very, very weak energetically. They're not getting strong signals to be erect because in their life, they're not erect. They don't stand up straight. They're not standing for stuff. They're not on point. They're not following the army. They're not part of the tribe. So no, in life, they will fall for anything. They're basically trying to scheme their way through life and sometimes using money to do that. They are not standing up on principle. They're not involved in honor, culture, integrity. Those masculine things are not there because the masculine energy is not there, because the entire society is about lies, falseness, this entire society is based on evil.
Mm.
It's not a good society. So men are a product of that. They are refugees. They don't feel like they're a part of this society.
Right.
So the penis follows that energetically. It's not going to finish the job because the society doesn't finish the job toward the man.
Wow.
Right. So yeah. So then you develop this type of disdain and this problem in spiritually inside of us as well. And Miss Chaplin just asked a question before we go on. I know Sister Nujurney still has some more questions. She has some more questions also.
Yes, she does.
Let's answer one of the questions in the chat. Let me. What about the connection between the spiritual and the sexual connection in human beings? This is Miss Chaplin, Kimberly Chaplin.
The people, the secret societies, and the people who used to be the indigenous cultures, who used to be in charge of the knowledge of what humans are most of them have forgotten. The indigenous communities have been under attack for the last 300 years. Most of them have been wiped out.
Right.
Native Americans were a victim of genocide. Most indigenous cultures have been pushed off their land in Australia and in Europe. In Europe, they basically killed the church. The Catholic Church took 200 years and basically wiped out the indigenous community in Europe. So when they left, they took the knowledge with them. So people don't know. They don't understand that there's 4 bodies. They don't understand that the body that's directing everything is the light body. The light body is the king. It's the main body. The physical body is the canvas, more or less, but the energy body is what's operating it, and the light body is directing it. The light body is the part of you that's the closest to God. And so when we're in this situation where we don't teach this in schools, there's no apprenticeship where you're going through the rites of passage and you're given this information, then there's this major disconnect between our life and our God life. I mean, religion is no substitute. Religion is basically saying God is out there somewhere. God is in heaven someplace. And you got to pray to get him to intervene. This is straight BS. No, God is not in heaven. God is in every person. Every person is the hand of God on earth. God does not show up on earth unless he shows up through people. And so, you know, the entire basis of our civilization is to exclude God. You're supposed to raise him up inside of every human being. Every master, from Buddha to the prophet, blessed be his name, to Jesus, to Moses, to Akamfo Anochi, to Black Elk, to all of these masters said basically the same thing. Don't seek God out there, cultivate him inside of you. We're not doing that.
Right. Yeah, big up to KC from Wake Up with KC. I was on her show last week. Big up to KC. Ask the question that Sister Nujurney wanted to ask, because I know she couldn't. That's one of my co-hosts, but she couldn't be here at this time, brother Master Yao. So ask the next question before we let him go, because we have.
So the next question was: does a woman have to know her body to experience a tantric orgasm? Especially if she has never had one before, or a virgin, for example.
What we discover with most women today is they are resisting orgasm tremendously. We find it to some extent in men, but it's a big problem with women today. It's not that they can't experience a tantric orgasm. They're resisting it strenuously. Why are they resisting orgasm and pleasure? Because they've been taught that it's bad. And also, women do not want to give up control. This is part of the toxic disease of feminism. So women don't want to give in to orgasm because it means a loss of control. Men don't want to give into it to a lesser extent because it's confusing to them and they are not used to it. But what we find with women on the table is sometimes you have to work with them 2 or 3 sessions before they will allow the orgasm to occur. So what we see also is that the auric field, the energy body of most women, contains all kinds of illness, sickness, blockages. So the physical body can be ill, the energy body can be ill as well. And these things sometimes have to be cured, and so that the energy body can line up with the physical body and bring about the orgasm. This is very difficult to do if the woman's masculine. And the vast majority of women today are much more masculine than they should be. Mm-hmm. We don't even know what a feminine woman looks like. There are just very few of them around. You got women looking sexy, but they are not feminine at all. Wow. And so we're in this situation where you almost have to be something that you don't know to experience the highest level of orgasm. Wow. So the person can be sending you the energy, but you're not used to it. You don't know what it looks like. And it immediately causes a problem because it takes you out of being in control. You can't be in your regular mind, your left brain, in the cortex. You need to be in the reptile and the limbic brain, the pituitary gland. And basically it's going to shut down your regular cortex mind and put you into a trance state. In the trance state, you can experience all these heightened pleasures. But we're on the phone, TV, in traffic, doing stuff that's very pedantic, that's very left brain all the time. We're not used to being in controlled trance where you let go and allow the organic part of you to take control. And that's where a woman has to be to start going into higher levels of orgasm. So the problem is not the mechanism to deliver the orgasm. The problem is the willingness of the woman to accept it. Orgasm is our natural state. My grandfather used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and he would be out on his farm in the cornfields or the soybean fields or potatoes or tobacco, whatever he was growing. He would be singing. I would try to get up and beat him to the because I idolized him. So I would run. I would get up as early as I could. He was already out there. And then I would often come back home and ask my mom, why is my grandfather singing and looking all happy at 6 o'clock in the morning when he's working so hard? I thought that he's going to be angry. He's got to get up early. And she was like, he likes farming and he's in a euphoric state. That's why he's singing. And that's why he's not paying a lot of attention to you. He's not thinking. He's singing and working the field. And so that's our natural state. When you see a 3-year-old chasing a soccer ball, it's euphoric. You don't got to create anything. It's automatically, that's the state that they're in. If you stop them from chasing the ball, they stop, then they come out of trance and they come back down and they're thinking now. When you see somebody on the court really good at playing basketball, they're in the zone. They're not thinking. They're reacting and they love it because they're just flowing. Right. And so that's how sex is supposed to be. Right. it's not mechanical.
Right.
Yeah.
You let go.
So be in the moment, be present.
Right.
Be present.
Mm.
So, it's something that we have to teach men.
Yeah.
The tantric techniques are somewhat complex and difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But what's really difficult for men to get, much more difficult than the techniques, is to stop being mechanical.
Mm.
And they learn this with sex. They approach sex as a mechanical thing. I gotta beat that pussy up. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta figure out what, where I gotta put it and how I'm gonna stroke it. No.
Mm-hmm.
You naturally have a reflexology science, and the penis is set up so that it naturally matches with the reflex zones in the vagina.
Right.
The vagina calls the penis to it. And so the penis naturally hits those spots, not mechanically. It hits them by sending energy through those different spots. It's like playing a piano. You can't mechanically learn. It's instinctive. So we have to teach men all over again. Stop being mechanical. A woman becomes an extension of you, of your auric field, of your nervous system. Like she becomes almost like your hand. You don't have to tell your hand what to do. You think it, and it just happens.
Right.
But so men are so afraid of merging with the woman like that, of being feminine, of not, of losing themselves in the woman, that they pull back. It's like, okay, no, I have to be in control. I have to be mechanical. And that's not how Tantra flows. It flows like a river.
Now, Baba, Master, now think about this. Now that we're in this quote unquote Me Too movement, it has put a certain fear to a lot of men. And it is stagnating a lot of men because men can't even say good morning to a woman without her thinking that we're hitting on her or not, just saying good morning, Empress, good morning, Queen. That's it. Nothing else without me too. Something going on. So what do you feel about the climate that we're in now? And do you see that as a part of the stagnation of men and women's coming together? As you stated earlier today, but I want you to retouch it because it was earlier in the broadcast. So retouch it so before we close out, because it is happening.
It brings me great sadness. I mean, because people in general are so disconnected from their heart. And all of these things that women do removes men from their heart. They're so disconnected. And the only way that men can respond naturally is it has to be centered in the heart. And men are thinking, no. Men need to be in their heart. And they used to be a long time ago, but they're just not in their heart right now. They're not, the thing is just, the sex is just not in the heart. And so, with all of the rejections, the invalidations, the monetizations, the entire dynamic that the modern feminist woman undertakes, it destroys the man-heart connection. And so basically then you just have a disconnected man functioning mechanically and with his cortex brain. That's what you got.
Right.
And so that's not much.
Right.
And it's sad because it doesn't have to be that way.
Right.
Men are trying to respond to all of this stuff. And the basis of all of these things is fear. When you're concerned about being reported to human resources for looking at a woman or speaking to a woman or opening a door, or you're going to be belittled because you're short, or you don't drive a certain car, or you didn't send a dick pic, So they think, you have a small one because you didn't send a pic. So, guys, all of this stuff is running through his brain and it's preventing him, or he's making the choice not to be in his heart. It's hard because, I live in my heart, in my highest heart. Mm-hmm. And it is painful sometimes because, if you're that way, people are constantly attacking you, or at least they attempt to attack me.
Right.
But if you are not in your heart, if you don't have like a love for all women, you're dysfunctional as a man. Mm-hmm. How are you going to protect unless you first love? The reason men are protectors and they will die to defend the family and the home is because of love.
Yes.
Not fear. The reason men give women money, my father would just turn over his check to my mom. I used to think, why would he do that? But my father was a big, strong man. He was not a punk at all. He was the opposite of that. He definitely could have not done that. Mm-hmm. He chose to do that because of his masculine energy. It wasn't, she didn't ask him for it. She didn't demand it. He just did it.
Right.
And so these things that men are used to do, it's when they are connected to their heart.
Right.
My father gave and gave and gave and gave, not just to his wife and children, but to neighbors.
Right. With
no expectation of return, because his masculine energy says, I could always get more.
That's it.
True. That's true.
That's right.
And men just are not connected to their heart today. Women should be very, very careful about this feminist agenda because it has basically disconnected men from their heart. It's very dangerous.
Right. And it will make men heartless. And
it has made them heartless.
Made them heartless. Yeah. Well, Baba, I don't want to keep you that long. Any questions before one more question? What you have, Sensei, or you want to? I don't want to keep him long. He has a busy weekend this weekend. So what is he got? One more question?
I'm all set. Thank you very much. Yes. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Man, brother. Again, family, I gotta stress why you need to thumb up, why you need to like this to build the algorithm, but so they can learn the importance of one, to heal, but the importance of why we should heal and work with each other to heal as men and women, because he really dropped it from a balanced perspective. Myself and Sensei Sherly, and of course, Nujurney, who asked questions through Sensei, was very, and those that participated online. And I know people was afraid to call in because this was our new time doing it, but don't worry, I'm going to start pushing this call in number so y'all can call in. So don't try calling in now. He has to go. Please go to his website, family. That's grandtrineint.com. That's grandtrineint.com. Please connect with him through his of course, the Power Weekend is happening this weekend from November the 11th to the 14th, right here in Stonecrest, Georgia. Power Weekend. Contact via email at grandtrine@gmail.com. That's grandtrine@gmail.com. He has a text message group for updates. If you want to text that number right now at 1-855-683-7073. That's 855-683-7073. They also have an IG page. That's Grand Trine Tantra on IG. And let me show you what to expect if you do go to that event that he's having this coming weekend. It's the Power Weekend at 7900 Mall Ring Road at Stonecrest, Georgia, November 11th, Thursday evening through Sunday night, November 14th, meet and greet, African drumming, couples Q&A, tantra, entanglement, theme fashion show and party, projection contests with a prize. Woo, it's going to be something else. So I'm telling you, family, this is the website to go to. This is the website to go to. This is the website to go to. Remember, he got books. If you want his books, these are the books you can get. These are the books: Awakening of the Master Masculine, Awakening of the Master Feminine. Also, The Natural Blueprint for Sexual Relationships. Also, The Holy Grail of Orgasm. This one right here, The Holy Grail of Orgasm. Make sure you show him some love if you can't make it. Baba, I want to thank you very much for coming in. Anything else you wanted to say before we close out with you, sir?
I want to thank you and my blessings to the Queen with you.
Yes.
You've always been good to us, and
yes.
I want you to know I certainly appreciate it. And to your audience, may they be blessed.
Thank you very much, Baba. Thank you once again, man. And tell everybody at Grand Trine I love them. I'm going to come out one day. Don't be surprised if I don't pop up. That should be it. One of those days. I'm thinking about it. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait it out today, and I'm going to figure it out because I'm waiting for my stuff to come down through the moving company, and they're supposed to deliver it between now and Friday, so I want to make sure I got everything right. So it is what it is. All right, Baba? All right. Thank you very much. All right, that's our great one, the only Master Yao. Woo! Did he bring the heat, family? Did he bring the heat? Did he bring the information? Did he bring it? Did he bring the orgasmic information? I don't think y'all understood what just happened.
The time was a little short.
I don't think they understood.
The time was too short.
Whatever information he dropped, beautiful, he done shifted the DNA of most people that's going to be watching this over and over. He shifted the DNA. Mm-hmm. And I'm proud to have met him and learned about him through Brother Rick from Black Tantric Group in New York. Matter of fact, that's a good group to link up with if you're out there.
Yeah.
It's called Black Tantric Group out there, Brother Rick and the whole crew. And I think he's going to try to surprise him. I'm not sure if he's going to pop up. He might try to surprise him out here. So if it is, I just told the surprise. I'm sorry. If he does, I just told the surprise. I'm sorry.
Remind me not to give you secrets to hold.
Oh man, yeah, please. Only certain secrets, but Rick did say he might pass through. He might. He said he might. Let me put it like that. He did say he might.
There you go.
But that'll be good. But I want to thank him very much for doing what he did and provided that information that was so powerful for our people. How did you feel? Because you asked some very good questions, and so did Sister Nujurney. Y'all asked some very good questions, especially that beginning. That first question was something else. Go ahead.
He answered my questions very well. I'm very happy that I was able to ask them. I'm also very honored that I was able to have the conversation with the two of you there, speaking from a Black woman's perspective and what I deal with on a daily basis, and the things that he touched on from the Black male's perspective. It made a lot of sense. And it actually confirmed a lot of the things that I've studied already about the not having the right examples to look up to, and not being healed and not being able to connect within their hearts as to why they act a certain way or behave a certain way. That all inequality and not being able to connect with your partner on a more energetic level is
you understand. You know what it is.
I understand it completely, and I love it. I love it. Right. It all resonated with me, honestly, and I'm very happy that I was able to be here.
And it's similar to the martial arts, where if you go to a dojo or a dojang and the professor, you don't resonate with that professor or that teacher, you'll leave that dojang and walk right out. I've done that before myself. I've done that myself. If I don't feel the energy, I'm like, thank you. And I'm out.
I'll see you. Thank
Yeah,
you very much.
I don't care who you are, who you feel you are. I don't care. I walk right out because your energy didn't pull me in, and
Right.
comforting as far as it's don't as, the male energy doesn't have to be feminine to pull you in. It just has to be sure of itself
Yeah.
that you belong here with the family. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I've walked into dojos, karate. I've walked into certain ones in Flatbush, Brooklyn, and I just didn't feel the energy. I felt comfortable at When Worlds Collide. I felt comfortable coming to your professor's dojo because he just pulled me in. That's why I came to the barbecue. I mean, the outing that they had, that thing that they had in the back of the dojo. I felt
Absolutely.
comfortable coming to Master Thornton's dojo. He was always very
Embracing
accommodating,
and open
embracing,
and receiving. Absolutely. Very welcoming.
yeah. I felt good about Master
That's the
Thornton and
energy
everybody.
put out.
Even in VSK, I even felt comfortable going to visiting Professor David James dojo, and and he was very accommodating. And although he's a serious man, you can't just walk up on him. You got to be respectful. But he knew who I was, and I knew who he was. But I always feel comfortable at Professor Bill's dojo with Anthony Muhammad and all of them. That's why I stayed with Sanukas a lot, because I felt that family or energy a lot, and then I was, dabbling. But yeah, I understand
Yeah.
what you're talking about from an energetic perspective. And
Absolutely.
I do.
It's just like when you first meet a person one-on-one,
Yes.
you know automatically whether or not you can interact with that person or you can relate to that person.
Right. Exactly.
It's instantaneous.
Yes.
So
when
we met, the first time we met,
that's right.
we knew.
Yeah. Yes, me, you, and Aisha, the sister,
Yes.
what my former co-host said, she was definitely good energy, and I thought you was just family from the immediate time we met. We thought matter of fact, one time when I put you up on to do the first interview, they thought you was my sister, not my sister.
Yeah.
My sister, that sister,
that's
Nujurney. They think you're my sister and not Nujurney. And Nujurney is my biological sister. And because I guess people look at the complexion also. They look at the complexion, and like I'll put again, family. When you look at this, the sister here on the right hand is my sister, is my biological sister from my father. That is my biological sister right there. Sister Nujurney is my biological sister, but Sensei is a spiritual sister, and we have a connection that divine that when we first met each other, it was like quick.
Yes.
It was nothing crazy, nothing sexual. It was really a wholesome friendship that appeared immediately with us.
Yes.
And that's what I admire. In the midst of COVID, we met each other. That's what's so funny. In the midst of COVID, because they tested us as we came in the dojo, and Michelle put the thing on us and all that kind of stuff. And we ate food, we had fun, we talked, we talked some old stories. The brothers went to that area, the women went over there, and then we talked together, and it was a good energy. It was good energy. Master Mo, big up to Master Mo, is a beautiful wife, Michelle. And the whole 52 federation, the whole 52 block federation. Big up to all of them. Yes. Say that again. Do that again. Let me see. Okay. Yes. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all got your own symbols. That's good.
That is our salute. That's the 52 Federation salute.
That's the salute. I love it. I want to let people know what's coming up next before we close out with prayer and all that. You know how we do. This is my anniversary, my celebration and promotion. 26 years in promotion. Yeah, this time we're doing a virtual one. We're doing a virtual one, family. It's virtual. We got Dr. Phil Valentine, the metaphysics godfather, Lloyd Strayhorn, the master of astronumerologist, Blue Pill, the 44 energy master, and Mama Ella Samori, not only a holistic practitioner, but she is also from Haiti. Her father's from Africa and her mother's from Haiti. So she's also practiced the spiritual systems from out of Haiti, and she will be speaking. And of course, my my co-hosts will be there with the celebration Tuesday, so we're gonna have a good time from 1 to 4 p.m. if they're available on Sunday. If they're available from 1 to 4 p.m. I will be celebrating 26 years, but we're going to be speaking on the telemetry of metaphysics, the telemetry, the heartbeat, the energetic energy of understanding the spiritual world beyond the physical world. So each one of them going to come from their own perspective. So I can't wait. And then on November the 17th, we together are going to speak on why positive energy is important in any relationship. That's the topic, why positive energy is important in any relationship.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So as you see, these two sisters are towering over me in this picture. So that's how we're going to do it. That's that energy. I got enough energy for both of them. So I have to go ahead. Y'all go tower.
Nothing but positive energy.
Nothing but positive
Always
energy.
Positive, no matter what the circumstances or the situation. So
that's right. And then on November 21st, we got a photographer extraordinaire. He's going to talk about the ancestral beauty in photography, how he's taking pictures of activists, of beautiful women, beautiful, handsome men, and the activities. And he's an educator, he's an activist, he's a photojournalist, photographer, CEO of Dara. He'll explain what Dara is. His brother, Suzie. Give him a round of applause. Brother Suzie will be in the building on November the 21st at 8 p.m. a Sunday. Can't wait to have him. Also, I confirmed the author of this book's beautiful. This is the book Henrietta Lacks. I just got it in the mail. The untold story of Henrietta Lacks by her grandson, not by Oprah.
Wow. Yes. We were talking about this last week.
Exactly. And the book that they put out there, that was not the real story. This is the real story. And the family is still healing from what this society, what this government did with Henrietta Lacks's blood and DNA. So I got the grandson. I talked to him today. I spoke to his publicist. I'll be bringing him to do a lecture soon. Also, our special guest that day on the interview, we're looking at December 19th to interview him. But that special guest will have Kaba Hayawata Kamene from Hidden Colors, the series of Hidden Colors and 1804 about Haiti, the revolution of Haiti. He's going to also be here. The historian, the professor, he will be here. Can't wait.
Lovely surprise.
Yeah, he's going to be excellent. He's a professor and historian from Dr. Ben under Dr. Clark. He speaks Espanol. He speaks Francois. He speaks those different languages. So he's able to break it down, and he understands DNA. That's why he's going to be part of our co-host, and he's been speaking on this for a long time about Henrietta Lacks and the importance of Black women's mitochondrial DNA. That's what Henrietta Lacks is all about. The mitochondrial DNA, why women, it's passed on from women to women, not men to women. Men have it a little bit, but it's passed on from woman to woman, that's the mitochondrial DNA. And that's what they took from her and been healing different cancers and diseases with her blood. So give a round of applause to Ron Lacks and his beautiful publicist, Miss Parks. I just found out she lives out here in Georgia. So boom, we're definitely gonna meet up. And I got Nepal Sade, a Hebrew metaphysics teacher, coming up also right here in December. So I can't wait. I just confirmed that. Can't wait. She is a Hebrew Israelite, but she practices telekinesis. She practices numerology. She practices all different types of modalities that they say the religions tell you to stop doing, but she's a whole different type of Hebrew Israelite. So big up to Nepal. She's coming in live and direct also. And, and let me see who else we got to big up. Of course, we got to big up Suzie's script. If you're an author, a journalist, or blogger, and you need somebody to edit material for you, this Sister Suzie can help you out. 914-361-9467. 914-361-9467. Also, don't forget pedalwise.com. Make sure you support Pedalwise if you want good products to help manage your fibroid tumors or whatever tumors popping up in your body. Please contact our sister at Pedalwise. She's a doctor, Dr. MJ. She's an acupuncturist. Her website is pedalwise.com, and you can use King 2021 as a 10% off coupon code, and tell them King Simon sent you and the whole KSP family. Also, let's go to Lloyd Strayhorn. We'll be having him on soon. The great Lloyd Strayhorn from out of Harlem, internationally known, world-renowned astronumerologist, been on Oprah's show, been on Katie Couric's show, been on numerous people's show. Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Make sure you hit him up, take his classes, get his books, support our Baba Lloyd Strayhorn. And don't forget, take my classes also. Holistic Numerovation course, learn the bath method. Yes. It's the course, baby. It's the course. And you just have to follow the course in order for you to understand the course. That's how it works. And if you want to get my books, all my books are available on Amazon right now, but you can go fast through Linktree. That's Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator /King Simon the Numerovator. And don't forget, if you want to do a numerology session, a numerovation session, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And remember, I do have a long waiting list, but if you take your time, it's going towards the end of November, going into December. So if you book now, first pay, first serve, I got you, family. I'll take care of you, because remember, the study of numbers or numerology is applied mathematics. Learn how to apply the numbers and they will guide you. And last but not least, you want to read that for me, darling? You read this.
Yes.
Please read
Content disclaimer.
Please.
The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel, broadcaster, and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised.
Yeah, you gotta watch your backside. That's why we put those things up. You gotta watch your backside. Pause. I'm not literally watching a backside. I'm just telling you, you gotta watch your back. You gotta watch your back.
Watch your back. That's right.
Before we do the prayer, family, the prayer that we're about to put up, and I'm going to turn this down, and I want everybody to sit down with their feet planted on the floor. If you're laying down, lay down. Take a deep breath. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Once again, inhale through your nose. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Let's do it again one more time. Jali, 2, 1, 2, 3. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. The prayer is founded by Dr. Delbert Blair, a late ancestor, our late great ancestor now. His website is called themetacenter2.com. That's themetacenter2.com. You can get his books, Faraday text, magnets, diodes, all of that is still on sale with Dr. Blair's site. And this is the prayer that, let me tell y'all a quick backstory. This is the prayer that he always had the people from his Meta Center to conduct every Tuesday at 12 noon. Then it will be 12 a.m. somewhere around the world. But definitely, he wanted everybody to do it at the same time so he can help heal the planet and help bring some healing to the planet. And my sister, I'll let you start off first, and then I'll do it from another level. So go ahead, my sister. Please read the prayer, and let's do it.
All righty.
Yes.
Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now.
Wow. And let me say from another perspective, as we gather all of us to say it together as one, please, Universal Creator, know in our hearts that we love you. Please protect us and this planet on which we live now. Please open our minds, our spirits, and our souls to receive only truth and your love now. Once again, thank you, Dr. Blair, for such a great, great prayer that he offered the world before he transitioned. Said it every time after a lecture. He always said it. And I miss him dearly. Good brother, man. Good brother. His birthday is February 13th, so I know it's coming up. And a matter of fact, he transitioned around January 31st before his birthday. So I'm definitely going to do something on honor of him in that between his birthday and between the transition day and his birthday. So, my dear, I want to thank you very much for being a part of the journey. Give her a round of applause for such a great questioning. And of course, everybody, let's send a healing journey to Sister Nujurney, our other partner in Vibe. Let's send a healing energy. She's under the weather, but she was able to send some message, some questions about orgasmic experience while she's in the bed. So
I must say, she was very disappointed that she was unable to make it tonight. But we look forward to seeing her the next time.
Yes,
and just to send her some love and amazing hugs. We love you.
Well, that's her contact. That's her IG right here on the page. Her email. If y'all want to send us some love via either Cash App. Also, send us some healing love via Cash App. Also, here's Sister Sherly's Cash App and IG and PayPal. Send her some love for the great experience, the great thing that she's doing to help us out to continue this legacy of KSPTV, and that's what it's all about, growing. And once again, we want to thank Master Yao for coming on. Give him a round of applause. That's his website. Let's give him a well-deserved round of applause. That's his website. This brother tore the place up. So make sure y'all rewind this and listen to a master speak about healing through tantric energy and the balance that must be found between men and women in the healing factor of sexual energy. So once again, I want to thank you. And beautiful, thank you very much, of course, for coming on and showing your love. And remember, we're too blessed to be stressed. Always remember that, beautiful.
All day, always. Every day, yes, always.
Be stressed. Thank you. And we'll talk. All right, we'll talk. All right.
Yes.
You wanna hold on until we finish, and then we could talk behind the scene. Just hold on, and okay. So I will be right back. Let's start this up, and okay. Let me put her in the backstage. Well, family. Another successful episode done, and move to the background because now we got to take a step to the rear and get the heck on out of here. Remember, family, I am in the Mountain of Stone, what they call Crystal City right now. I'll be producing lectures right here in Stone Mountain Village. Actually, that's where I'm at, in Stone Mountain Village, right there in the midst of the village. And I come to find out by Sister Aquarius Maximus, and I'll be having her on soon, that this is the largest exposed quartz crystal in the world. Stone Mountain, that's the largest exposed quartz crystals in the world. And what we're going to be doing while I'm producing events is going to be a little different, because we're going to be honoring the ancestors of the land. There were some indigenous tribes or indigenous family members that was right here before they was moved out, and we'll be honoring the ancestors right here in the Mountain of Stone, Crystal City, that like Aquarius Maximus called it, with a health, wealth, and metaphysics on the Mountain of Stone. We'll be doing a whole series of applicable information for the subconscious mind, family. Coming soon, we got 3 different venues that I'm going to be working out of, maybe 4, and a mansion to do the workshop. I got a mansion to work out of to do a private retreat and workshop, and just figuring things out. So more than likely, we're going to start a lot doing this in probably around January or February, around my birthday. We're going to start kicking it in. Phil Valentine wants to come. Ashra Kwesi already confirmed. People like Ron Lax from Henrietta Lax's family already confirmed. People like Kaba Hayawata already confirmed. Blue Pill, Red Pill already confirmed. I got people from all over confirming. New people, old people, all of that. We're going to be Sister Sensei Sherly already confirmed. She's definitely coming out to train some of these sisters and bring some of that knowledge of martial arts. We got Sister Samada. She's going to be down with us. I got a whole bunch of people. Aquarius Maxim, Ra Aku. I'm going to be doing it in the Stone Mountain, the Mountain of Stone. We're We're going to see if we can bring Panic out, if we can bring Sister Khadija out. I'm working on all of that. Billy Carson, I'm going to bring out. Oh, man, I'm telling y'all, family. Want to thank each and every one of y'all for being a part of this journey. Want to thank and give y'all a well-deserved round of applause. And show y'all that I love you, I respect you, and I heal with you, family. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Stay in peace, family. We love you here. Take care and be safe. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovation. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.